Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another episode of my Alter Ego series. This is the series where I build houses or renovate apartments according to what my alter ego would like. And for today's alter ego, I'm decorating 17 Culpepper House with a whimsical cottagecore vibe. But before I move on, I would just like to apologize if this video is a little bit choppy. I actually cut out a lot of parts from this video, mainly because I downloaded the tool mod so that I could change the windows and their placements in the apartment. I wanted to use the windows that came with cottage living. And the tool mod actually took me quite a while to understand how to use it. And also because of that, I mainly cut out a lot of parts where I was just using the tool mod, and a lot of other things happened as well. While I was building with the tool mod, I realized that the catalog somehow expands larger than usual while I was building, and kind of blocks out a fair bit of my screen. I'm not sure if you can see it, but somehow you can see right now it's like the normal size, but then later on it kind of expands like bigger. Maybe later in the video you'll be able to see that. And it only happens sometimes, but it gets quite annoying. I'm not sure if it has got to do with any of my settings, but if any one of you are using the tool mod and has experienced something like this before, please let me know how I can prevent it from happening again. Oh, and somehow I just couldn't find the red shelf that I always use in my builds after adding the tool mod to my game. I do have the red shelf folder in my mods folder, but it's still not appearing in the game. So again, if any one of you know why this is happening, please let me know. I felt super defeated without the red shelf today. Oh my god. I'm so used to using it all the time that not being able to use it today felt super weird. But anyways, let me talk more about this alter ego of mine. So a part of me have always loved cottagecore. There's just something about it that makes me feel stress-free, very cozy, just makes me want to slow down and just appreciate the moment and live in the moment. And I used a lot of items from the Country Kitchen Kit, Cottage Living, Paranormal Stuff Pack, and you can see I definitely used a lot of plants here too. I really wanted to bring out that whimsical cottagecore vibe. So I'm a bit, I don't know, I felt like I could have make it even more whimsical if I had I can't remember what's that pack name called, but it's the one that oh my goodness, I think it's like the spellcasters. Honestly, I can't remember what the pack is called, but yeah, I think this build would look a bit more whimsical if I had that pack, but unfortunately I don't. So I kind of tried my best to make it whimsical by adding those fairy lights you can see later on. I think those are the ones that came with the free base game update, I think. So yeah, and right now we're just working on the kitchen first. I specifically bought the Country Kitchen Kit just for this build, because I just thought like it kind of suited this build a bit more than the cottage living countertops. I think this has more of that vibe I was going for, and I really love the colors on it. I know there are conflicting, I don't know, like people have their own comments about the colors on the kitchen countertops and the cabinets, but honestly speaking, I love all the colors here. I love colors in my builds. Although sometimes I do go for things that are a bit more modern, a bit more monochromatic, but I still really love colors. So I love this kit a lot, and yeah, I definitely will be using more in my builds, not just this, but because I had this idea in mind, that's why I was very determined to get this pack. Yeah, and I was so happy that I used this wallpaper. I just thought it really brings out the blue and the yellow, and it kind of just reminds me of cottagecore. Like, don't you think so? I really love that I used this towel. I've never used this tiled wallpaper before, so I'm really glad that I did it here. And then now we're just moving on to the dining area. It's not a very big dining area, but you can comfortably sit 4 people here. I think you can definitely add in 2 more chairs if you want to. Also, I made use a lot of platforms here because I kind of made it a bit more open, just open concept. So I just thought, having platforms kind of separate the area a little bit better. And I really love using platforms in my games. If you watch a lot of my videos, you'll know that I always use platforms. And yeah, they just look really nice. I actually don't really like the idea of having too many walls. That's why. But over here, we are just, picking out some picture frames to put up on this wall. I thought this could be the so-called feature wall, and I looked through Pinterest and I found a lot of inspiration pictures, and then they always have like this sort of gallery wall whenever I searched for Whimsical Cottagecore vibes. So this is what I thought I could include here. Of course, I added a lot of plants just to make it look, very cottagey. I had wanted to put like a chair, like an armchair over there, but then I decided against it. I would just, I had plans for that. So in the end, I just placed a planter here and then a hanging plant. I really love this hanging plant that came with the Blooming Rooms kit. I honestly wish that the kit came with more hanging plants because I think we definitely need more hanging plants in the game. They are a real game changer, honestly. So right now, I only have the hanging plant from Blooming Rooms kit and then the one that came with Paranormal. So I'm hoping for like the future kits, future packs. I hope they'll probably come with more hanging plants. Yeah. So right now we're just kind of choosing the wallpaper here. I wanted to use the wallpapers that came with Cottage Living. So yes, we went with a bit of, do you call that aqua or do you call that turquoise? I don't know, but you know what I mean. And then over here, kind of just changing up the table, wanted it to look a bit more cottagey, so I changed it up a bit, and then just finding a rug here. I was like choosing the colors. I just couldn't decide on a rug swatch, so I spent quite a bit of time here, but eventually I just decided to go with, I think it's this one that we're currently seeing here. And yes, over here is the fairy lights that I was talking about because I wanted to make it a bit more whimsical. So I thought maybe I could add just hanging lights to make it look a bit more whimsical. I don't even know whether it does look whimsical, but hopefully it does to you. And over here right now, we are working on the living space. So I knew I wanted to use this so-called study table or just work desk, whatever you call it, in this build, just because I love how cute it looks. But I was a bit disappointed that it didn't come in like a brown or light brown swatch. Because I have a lot of colors in this particular area, so I wanted to use something that was a bit like toned down, but unfortunately it doesn't come with any brown or beige swatches, so I went with the white one. It's a bit too white, but I really didn't want to use anything that was like this green. I love this color green for the table, but I already have this green color on the couches, so I didn't want to bring in another green. That's why I just went with the white one instead. And over here, you get what I mean? I have another green cabinet here, which I eventually changed to another color. But yeah, I just felt like there was the green was overpowering in this build, and I didn't want it to come across as like a very green looking apartment. So yeah, I just went with the white one that we'll be seeing here. I just thought this will be a nice corner where I could do some work. And then right beside it later, I do like place windows over there. Right now what you're currently seeing is where I have already removed all the windows, and I wasn't very sure where I wanted to place things yet. That's why I didn't want to place down windows. So I just went ahead decorating, and then keeping in mind that particular area is where I want to place a window, and then I went into the game and just place it in after that. So you'll see it later that I have all the windows up again. And over there I did put a rubbish bin beside the study table. And now that I think about it, I don't think I placed a trash can in the kitchen. So if you download this build, you can definitely move the trash can into the kitchen, or you can definitely add another one into the kitchen. But yeah, so over here we are bringing in a side table that came with the laundry day pack, I think. And then this beautiful plant that came with the paranormal stuff. Paranormal? Is it a stuff pack? Okay, I can't remember, but just from the paranormal pack. And then this woven basket that came with Jungle Adventure, and then I just placed a box of tissue inside. And I really love this rug. This rug came from Laundry Day. Same goes for the coffee table. And yeah, and over here is like a nook that I wanted to create. So I kind of just created another platform there, which I thought kind of separated the area better, because it just looked very awkward in that corner there. I felt like without the platform later that you'll see, it will look like I just kind of placed it there just because I have no idea what to like place in that particular corner. So I did do the platform. I did create a platform over there. And right now we're just kind of like choosing the wallpaper for the other walls. I went with this mint one that I believe is from Eco Lifestyle. I love this green color. It's just like a really cute, and it kind of brings out the whimsical vibe that I was going for. So I went with this particular mint color that you can see. And I did use the fireplace that came with cottage living as well, and I sized it down by one time because it was a bit too big in my opinion. And then over here is the that small nook that I was explaining about earlier on. I kind of like I basically saw this picture on Pinterest, and then there was this area where, you know, there were shelves here, and then it was just cluttered with many things like books, plants, and I thought I could bring it here into this corner of the living space. I thought it would be really cute. Yeah, so that's what I did. Later on you can see that I created a platform over here, and this is where I also decided that I want to have a pet. I want to have a cat. And now that I think about it, I don't think I placed in any footballs. So if you download this build, please remember to add in a football. Over here, I just took out the cat scratching tree, I think that's what it's called. And then I did put down a little box in the entryway. So the little box and then this scratching tree are all in this build. So all you have to do is just add in the footballs. And over here you can see that this is where I've already added in all the windows. So I thought it was just really nice having that two shelves under the window over here. I don't know, I think it's just a nice place for me to, you know, wake up or just wind down the evening, read a book there, look out the window, just admire the sky, enjoy the scenery. I really love it here. So yeah, and this is where I changed up the fairy lights. I wanted to use the ones that came from Parenthood, but they don't come in a very nice swatch, so I just went with this in the end. And I've been loving doing these diagonal platforms ever since I figured out how to do like this diagonal thing. I've been doing it so often. And over here on the top, I just kind of placed another woven baskets that came from Laundry Day also. Then I just cluttered it up with plants, tissue box. I can't remember what else I placed there. Yeah, over here is another shelf under the window. I realized that a lot of the cottagecore vibes all have these shelves under the window thing going on. I'm not too sure if this is really the case, but of all the ones that I've seen on Pinterest, a lot of them have this thing going on. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna add that in here. And I thought it was really cute having shelves under windows, and just, you know, wake up or just wind down the evening, read a book there, look out the window. I think it's just a nice place for me to, you know, wake up or just wind down the evening, read a book there, look out the window. And yeah, over here you can see that this is where I changed up the fairy lights. yeah, I just thought it was a really nice touch here. And then I did use this shelf that came with the paranormal stuff pack as well. I really love the paranormal stuff pack and definitely will be using it more in my future builds. And then this is the bedroom. So the bedroom here, I created another platform as well. As you can see, I'm obsessed with platforms in The Sims, and I didn't want this bedroom to look like, you know, very what's that called, symmetrical. So initially I had wanted to place two side tables like beside the bed, and I thought, okay, you know what, maybe I'm not gonna do that for this build, but I'm just gonna use the modular shelves and then create this shelf space where I can place things on it and clutter it up. Because I don't know, the cottagecore aesthetic, just to me, it's nothing very matchy, so I just decided to go with that. And then over here I used the curtains from Island Living. So I really love these curtains. I like that it has this sheer thing going on, like light can still pass through, but it still kind of blocks out a bit of the light, and I don't know, just makes the whole space look a little bit more put together. I don't know if it makes sense, but to me, I mean, it's just what I feel. And then over here I placed down a dresser and then a mirror, so I just cluttered it up with, you know, makeup, hair dryer, and some what do you call that, nail polish. Oh my god, what's nail paint? Oh my goodness. But I don't even, you know what, I don't even use nail polish in real life. Like, I don't apply any nail polish. I have actually never been I've never done my nails before, like no pedicure, no manicure. Yeah, so but I do want to try that. I do want to experience that sometime, but it's pretty expensive, to be honest. And yeah, maybe when I'm feeling a bit more rich and feeling like I want to pamper myself a little, then I'll definitely go for a manicure session. But as of now, maybe no, but yeah. And then over here, I used this bed that came from Cottage Living. I actually really love the bed from Cottage Living. It's just really nice. Although in real life, I don't think I would like that, what's that thing called, like the bed frame, but in the game I just think it's so cute. And then I also used this wallpaper from Cottage Living, and then I'm pretty sure we are moving on. Yep, so right now we are in the hallway. So this hallway is really huge, and honestly speaking, I wasn't very sure what I had wanted to do here. Then I thought of the whole shelf thing, the shelf under the window thing, and I thought, okay, why not just place down a window here and then place shelves underneath and then clutter it up with just random things. Yeah, so that's what I did here. And then I placed down this chair that came from Laundry Day, and then I think I did put up like a plant there as well. And yeah, so now you can see me cluttering up the space here with some boxes, plants, more plants, and then just baskets of, I don't know, maybe those are towels, maybe for guests, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much that's for this area here. I struggled a little bit here just because I had to move things and just elevate them without the red shelf. It was so frustrating over here. You have no idea how frustrated I was, because I didn't want the items to float, like just float on, I don't know, if you know, if you use the Nike, you'll know what I mean, because sometimes things don't snap onto the shelf itself, but it just floats above the shelf, which is so weird. And before I used the red shelf, it happened a lot when I was taking screenshots, and I was just like, oh my goodness, what the heck is this? Why is this thing floating? And then I had to go in and then just lower it down again. And yeah, I really miss the red shelf. Maybe I'll remove the tool mod, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see about it. I'll probably go onto Twitter and ask people if they know what's happening. But yeah, so right now we are moving on to the last part of this video. So this is the bathroom, and again I did this trick where I created this platform and then placed the bathtub on it. I did the same thing in my previous video, which is the Eco Lifestyle Family Home. If you're interested in that, I'll put the link up at the top right hand corner of the screen and in the description box below. But yeah, this is it for the build. Screenshots are coming up, so I hope you'll enjoy the screenshots. And if you like this build, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and turn on the notifications button so you'll get notified each time I post a new video. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.